But anyway,
your personalities are so different. Yeah.
I come in 1998, and Liz and I, we happened to see. We thought that we saw a for sale sign at your house.
You did.
There wasn't.
Pretty sure.
No.
Oh, maybe it wasn't. Oh, that's right.
House.
Well, my house was in foreclosure.
Yeah,
I was in bankruptcy and foreclosure.
So this is the house that was on Highland.
Yeah, right.
And Liz goes, "Hey, we should go say hi to Patrick and his family."
Actually, I wasn't in foreclosure, but it was about to be. Yeah, it was.
I don't know.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so we said, okay, yeah, I haven't seen Patrick forever. Let's go say hi. And so Liz and I go over there, and we knock on your front door, and no one's there. No one's answering. I said, "Hey, Liz, remember he has this shop in the backyard, maybe?"
This is the office and the shop.
Yeah, your office.
Yeah.
So we go back there, and we knock on the door. I knock on the door, and you answer, and it was dark. I mean, you go in there, and you could see it was just completely dark, and you looked like you just woke up, and you just were all scruffy looking.
Correct assessment.
So you tell me, what did you think when I knocked on the door?
Well, first of all, that was probably at the lowest point I'd been emotionally. I just was literally losing everything. I had nothing left, and I was about to lose the house, and I didn't know what I was going to do next. There's a lot of other stuff, but I had been drinking pretty heavily because
I could tell.
Yeah, because I was so depressed. So I couldn't sleep, so I would just drink myself to sleep.
So you invited us in, though.
I did. Did I? I don't recall.
I don't
that.
think we forced ourselves.
No. What I thought this all happened at the door.
No,
but maybe
we came in because we saw you were watching TV. We found out that you were sleeping on the pool table, watching old movies.
I was sleeping on the pool table because my wife and kids were gone.
Yeah.
And weren't coming back, and everything was going, and I couldn't bear to sleep in the house anymore. So I was super depressed.
Yeah.
And I would just buy a bottle of whiskey and drink it until I was passed out, and then go to sleep. And I'd watch these old movies and cry. It was ridiculous. It was like, remember what was that old movie station we used to watch? AMC, and it would be like all these ones from the 50s and 60s, and then I'd start to get all emotional.
Yeah, and so
anyway, I invited you guys in, and I'm like, because I vaguely remembered Liz. I didn't remember her as much as I remembered you, because you had worked for me as my bookkeeper for, I don't know, a year, was it? Or?
It was less than a year.
But then I had only seen you a few times during that time, but I had talked to you a little bit, and I knew you were going to college.
I went down to the Massage College in California.
And so I hadn't seen you, so I was like, okay, come in. But I wasn't in a very good mood, but I was still trying to be hospitable. And you guys then asked me, what did you ask me?
Well, actually it was Liz. I was very quiet.
Me,
I was very quiet.
That's one thing I remembered is you were really quiet. Like, I think you knew something was completely off.
Oh, no. And I was, like, intimidated by the darkness. But Liz is very outgoing.
I told her, about what was going on. And how the house was going to be for sale. You said you thought it was for sale, but you saw my neighbors.
Yeah.
But I told them, well, coincidentally, we're selling this too. And, it was in the middle of that divorce and so on. So, anyway, she was talking. And then she started. Now, okay. If you ever meet a depressed person that has any knowledge of multi-level marketing and they're already at their wit's end, don't tell them about Amway, which is what she started to do. And I hate Amway. I hate it. I hate multi-level marketing because it's a big scam and it hurts a lot of people.
I thought never, because I wouldn't be able to handle it.
And I felt like marriage to me at that point. I couldn't see how this could happen anyway, because I felt like marriage to me at that point, because I had a failed marriage, I would just be doing somebody else. And so I didn't have a lot of courage to do that, to even pursue it. But one day I asked you something.
I know, you called me on the phone.
Yeah, and I just was obsessed with thinking about you all the time, and I wanted to be with you all the time. And like I said, I had never dated, so I didn't even know really how to ask somebody out or anything like that. So all I said was, hey, do you think it would be weird if I asked you to go to a movie sometime? And you said no.
I said no.
And I said, how about now? Like really quick.
And I was shocked.
Because I was like, this is my one and only chance.
And I said no. And I said, okay.
Can I tell the story when we went to the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so then I was like, this is unbelievable. I was really nervous. I thought I would blow it in some way, just being, I don't know, doing something goofy or something. Plus I smoked, and I was trying to keep that out of your face and all that kind of stuff. And I took you to the movie in my little roofing truck with my big ladder on the back of it. And so it wasn't one of those big trucks. It was like a Toyota with a canopy on the back, and the ladder kind of extended over the front and the back. It was a pretty big ladder. And so we get out to go to the movie, and you walked around the car, and the ladder was hanging out, and I said, "Hey, watch out for that!" And you smacked your head into the ladder, and I was like, "Oh, this is like my worst nightmare coming true." And then you said, "Damn, bitch is down," and I lost it. I go, okay, not only is she wonderful, beautiful, generous, and everything else that I love about her, she's got this awesome sense of humor, self-deprecating.
I was mortified.
But it made me laugh so hard because you had this kind of off sense of humor, which I love. Anyway. Then we watched this movie called Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage. It was a stupid movie.
It was.
But part of the movie where it was the girl was walking around without her glasses and she kept smacking into the wall, and we were like the only ones in the theater laughing.
I thought it was funny.
And then the other movie we went to too.
25 years the Lord has given us, and yet we can't forget some important things that have happened in the 25 years that we've been together. For one thing, the first 10 years of our life we lived on a very meager income. We also had $38,000 in debt. And then the Lord gave us wisdom by introducing us to Dave Ramsey, and we were able to get out of our debt by focusing financially, and we got rid of that debt in 3.5 years' time. And then you suffered a stroke in 2009, and in that same year we were pending a foreclosure. Also, Joshua was to be born. So much stress during that time period. I remember it was very, very scary. But then the Lord did a big miracle for us. We had $85,000 in medical debt. I was told that possibly you'd be in the hospital longer than the 3 days that we were already there because you couldn't swallow. And I was so afraid because I was pregnant and I just could not handle going to Seattle all this time. And I remember telling the physical therapist, I need my husband to come home. What's the likelihood of him coming home? And she said, not likely, sweetie. And I told her I was going to pray, and she snickered at me, and she said, that's not likely going to work. She wanted me to be realistic, but I just prayed. I said, Lord, I need my husband home. And guess what? I'm not even kidding. 20 minutes later, Patrick, you decided that you could swallow, and we did, and you were able to eat, and we were able to get discharged that very day. You were only in the hospital for 3 days. But within a 2-week period, you did have another stroke, but it was just a minor one, and it was just the remaining last clot that had just broken off. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know how much God has blessed our family, children, and knowing that we can trust Him in the darkest of our moments when we think He's not listening. I mean, for 9 months, Patrick was not working. We could not see, why is this happening? And the Lord had prepared something that we did not know, because financially we could not have afforded his medical debt. If we had had a job, if Patrick had had anything, we just wouldn't have been able, we would have been stuck in the Beach Avenue house. And God restructured everything. That foreclosure, within 1 week's time, was restructured because of the bank that we had our loan previously with had gotten purchased by Bank of America. And so, I mean, it was just a miracle. It got restructured. If you were to look at our credit report, there was never a sign of a foreclosure because it never went through. And so that doesn't even show up on our credit report. Our credit went from a rating of 500 to now 800. I mean, that was just amazing. So I am just so thankful for that. I'm going to tell you this, children. In that very year, 2009, was a defining moment for me personally, for my personal faith and how God works and how to trust Him when I don't see it possible. I am not afraid. Perfect love casts out fear. And that's what I would hope for all of my children and all of my family that's hearing this. I am so thankful to God to be spending my life with Patrick and to have all of my family witness this day, us renewing our wedding vows. And I am pleased to say that we've increased our family size since when I first met Patrick. He had his 3 daughters, but now we have 2 son-in-laws, 2 grandsons, 2 granddaughters, and I have 5 boys. Well, we have 5 boys and 1 more daughter. To God be the glory. And I'm so thankful to all the people that have shown up here today.
Let it go. Let it roll right off your shoulder, don't you know?
I don't think Mommy.
The hardest part is over. Let it in. Let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours. These
What do you have to say to your cousin?
These twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain. Let your troubles fall behind you, let it shine till you feel it all around you. And I don't mind if it's me you need to turn to, we'll get by. It's the heart that really matters in the end. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain. All of my regret will wash away somehow, but I cannot forget the way I feel right now. In these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate, yeah, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, yeah, but these small hours still remain. Oh, they still remain. These little wonders, oh, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours, these little wonders still remain.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll go first. All right. I gotta read this. Okay.
Nice glasses.
Thank you. I, Maria Sacapano-Smith, in front of my children, family, and friends, do reaffirm my vows to my beloved husband, my wonderful confidant and lover, Patrick Smith. After 25 years, I still stand here, still in love, still in awe and amazement at all that God has done for us and continues to do. And most significantly, I stand here still committed to love you, to honor you and be your cheering squad. In good times, in low times, in the impossible times. All because I know that the Lord that we love together has made us one and will continue to replenish our love to the heart of his Son, our good Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ. So, Isabel, you want to hand me the... See, I'm going to get this. We have this ring. It's a silicone ring. So, I'm going to put this on Patrick. So, with this second ring, and in the presence of our beloved children and grandchildren and family, I give it to you as a symbol of all that I have stated from this day forward. Let's do another 25. What do you think?
Yes.
All right.
All right. When I first fell in love with you, I did because I believed you were the most beautiful, kind, generous, intelligent, loving, and funny woman I had ever met. after 25 wonderful years with you, I not only still believe those things, but have seen that every day and know for certain that they are all true. You are amazing and unique in every way, Maria. I believe then and know now with absolute certainty that I want to spend the rest of my life, all my days with you. And I will always love you with all my heart. You are truly my one and only true love. I love you so much. Let me just say this. There it is. I got it. With this second ring, and in the presence of my beloved children, grandchildren, and family, I give you as a symbol of all the things that I've just said from this day forward. And may I kiss the bride?
Yes. Okay, I have
Did you stand there all alone? Oh, I cannot explain what's going down. I can see you standing next to me, in and out, somewhere else right now. You sigh, look away. I can see it clear as day. Close your eyes, so afraid. Hide behind that baby face. You can drive all night looking for the answers in the pouring rain. You wanna find peace of mind, looking for the answer. Funny how it seems like yesterday, as I recall, you were looking out of place, gathered up your things and slipped away. No time at all, I followed you into